Hey, what's up guys? It's Tatsumaki, and today I'm going to show you why you want to add health and add damage, attack to regular parts, and to parts with small bonuses, but never to legendary parts until you're on the last round. Here we have one of my whales. It doesn't have much for damage right now, but it's got over a million health. Now, why is this? Well, for one, we have a couple legendaries equipped, and for two, we did not see this. Look at this. Lifters you treat like legendaries, by the way. It's one of the few things that you treat just like a legendary. Now, I got this one to plus 60%. That's the max you can get normally, just by betting. Just keep winning the bets carefully. You get up to 60% health. That's a lot. But 95, that's all the health it gives, by itself. The 60% is huge because that's based off of that number, 936,000. Obviously that's including. So we'll take the lifter away first of all. And I've got, 973,737. That's a really cool number. And I'd go nuts if it's actually a humongous prime number, but I don't know. But anyway, that's the health we got. And now we add this 60% from this lifter and bang, look how much health we gain. That's cool, but you can do even more. Notice I've waited. I haven't added anything to that lifter. It's only got that 95. Now, of course, it's fused to the maximum level, 26. That gives it a little bit, but it's wooden, so it's still only 95 health. You'll notice this has also been bonused to 60%, but now that I'm at the last round, the last stage, the very last stage, I don't have any more health boxes. The health boxes are worth a lot. I could have used like 4, 5, 6 health boxes from like round stage 10, and it would have only given me like 2,000 health. And guess what? I wouldn't be able to afford a single more health box on that wheel. It'd be at like 2,000. It started at like 15 or 18,000 because it's one of the red ones. But regardless, I would have only been able to add like 1,000, 2,000, maybe 3,000 health. That's nothing. But look, I've added 41,000. Well, that's because I'm using these boxes, which are worth so much more. So for certain parts, you want to wait. Not all the regular parts like this, because I have a bunch of those. That's why I was able to use this one and wait till the end, because I did add lower health boxes to other ones. But legendaries, you want to wait for sure until the last stage, because what a waste to add like 1,000 health to this and never be able to add more because it's too expensive. But now that I've waited till now, I can actually continue to add a little bit more to it even, when I have more boxes. And look at that, 36,000 added so far. That's a pretty good number. And this one, also 36,000. That's pretty awesome. And this one's got 41,000. So, as you can tell, that's over 100,000. Just from waiting. I would have gotten nothing out of it had I added it earlier. Oh, it would have helped at the stage that I added it. But at this stage, only the fact that it's got that 100+% bonus would be doing anything for me, which is a lot. But I also get this 30, 40, 50 extra thousand health by waiting till now to apply the huge boxes. Now, as you go, you want to, use your boxes on other parts, of course, but not your legendaries, and that's why. So, as you can see, I've gained, because think about it, the fact that it's legendary is giving me tons of extra health the entire time, every stage I go. That 100%, and I've got it to 120 obviously, is really the only thing that matters. But now that I'm here, I get an additional boost. So save your legendaries for that. Now, in the same manner, don't ever add attack to your legendaries either. Now, your legendaries that double their own attack are worthless, unless I understand it incorrectly. Because you can't double anything that you add to it. It's only the regular base stat that gets doubled. Which is why the legendary wheels, they don't do anything to their own health. They double the base health of your vehicle body. This vehicle body was like 800,000, or something. No, I mean that's with the wheels. So I guess if you took everything off, it would be like 130,000, I think. So each legendary wheel adds, more than 130 extra thousand based off of the body, not the wheel itself. That being said, a legendary weapon just doubles itself. And although it's pretty sweet on the round you get it, it's obviously ultimately garbage once you get a little farther. Because, duh. Watch the numbers. It's really, really tiny. Sorry, I'm trying to find a legendary weapon that has damage on itself. But they're okay if you get a good one on that round. So use it right away. But as soon as you look at this, okay, 100% went on whale. Okay, well it's only 2,206. So let's equip it, and wow, 4,000. That's 0, basically, right? Like that's not going to hurt anyone. So it's really unimpressive. If I added 50,000 to it with an attack box, it would not become 100,000 because attack boxes do not get bonuses applied. So that's not how that works. That being said, the ones that have attack, they're just, as far as I understand, they're just good for that round basically. But the health ones, well, this doesn't have any damage either. It's only 2,000 damage, but it's being used for the health bonus. That being said, we wait till now, and we can now use our attack boxes to actually give it an okay attack. It won't be great, but it'll be something. Plus, it's just being used for a humongous health boost, so we can actually turn it into something kind of sweet. That being said, let's see if we have something a little bit more fun. A rocket. Awesome. Well, I have some legendaries that double rocket strength, but again, it's only 2,243. It wouldn't gain anything from another legendary that would boost its power. But, because we've waited till now to add anything to it, we can afford to add some of these damage boxes. So although it's really just being used for health, now instead of 2,000, it's 12,000. And now it's 22,000. Still not a lot, but it's starting to become something, isn't it? So if we keep adding enough, well, now it's 32,000. It's not nothing, is it? Not at all. I mean, one shot of that negates all the health that I added to this wheel if this was on someone else. It's not too shabby. I could probably get it to 50 or 60,000, which is not bad at all. And it's all free damage because I waited till now to apply it. Had I added any damage to that rocket earlier, it'd be worthless because I wouldn't be able to afford putting any more damage on it now. And although it still would be good for the health benefit, well, because I waited till now, we can also get some damage out of it, can't we? By adding these boxes to it. But you gotta wait until you get the good boxes, and that really just applies to legendaries, because you don't save boxes. Boxes are worthless the next round, except for power boxes. They're always good. But like, this is 10,000 damage. Back like 5 rounds ago, it was only giving me like 3,000. Why would I want to use one of those? Because every time you add a box, it costs more for the next one, regardless of what you did. So if I used boxes that gave me 10 damage each, I could only afford like 5 or 6 of them. Well, I could only afford 5 or 6 of these also. So what makes more sense? To save up all these boxes that are super, super weak and use those? Or use them as I get them and use these now? Obviously, we use these now because they're just more damage. And they cost the same, essentially. So, and every time you add one, it doubles the price. So you don't want to waste... You don't want to save up health boxes or attack boxes. You want to use them on that round or the next round, because in a few rounds, they're just not a big enough boost to be worth it. And if you're taking enough time on each round, you should be getting a lot of, many boxes per round. Enough to really add up stats. That being said, fusing is very important too. So this has been fused to level 12, as you can see. I've also added 29,000 damage to it. And so basically this was also worthless, but now it's got some damage. this was worthless damage-wise, but it's also got some damage. Look, I got 86,000 damage basically for free now that I would have gotten almost none of had I added anything to these before. Now, this isn't a health booster. It's just a blade for some damage, so I might want to switch that right now. But this one, we're trying to stack mad health on this dude right now. So, I've added 30+ thousand to this, 30+ thousand to that, all on this stage. All of this was just added on this stage. You know, 40,000 on this, 30,000 in attack, 30,000 in attack. We get another health we can put on here. Don't add health to bodies. You want to add power, because then you can use crazy weapons. So let's see what else we can do. Blades are good, and that's not a bad blade at all. I might want to keep that. So let's think. I've got over 1 million health. I can't afford much now, so I don't think I could do anything with the boxes. Don't have any health ones. Yeah. These guys are maxed out as far as the additional goes. Unfortunately, you can't add additional on ones you've done. So let's just see what else we got going on. That's so sweet. Double rocket, but it's not doing much. Alright, so let's go back to this guy. He's a huge health dude. Could we do anything that's way more impressive damage-wise, or really boost his health? Well, we could, you know, put that blade on, and that's gonna give us a little bit more health. We went to, 1,200,000, but we dropped down a lot of damage. So we're gonna leave that blade on. That's pretty sweet. That'll keep him from getting lifted. Although it's out a bit too much, it might not really be effective for that. But it'll be okay. This is good for health. So is this, though. But this one's got some damage. So we're going to leave it like that and see how he works. So let's move on to this guy. He's got a legendary for health as well. This wheel isn't the best wheel he's got, but it moves him quick, because he's trying to get under guys. That being the case, that was really working with the lifter. We're using that health lifter on the other whale. So let's actually switch up what he's doing just a little bit. And lasers. Let's talk about lasers for a minute. Lasers are special in that when you add damage to them, it acts like regular damage, and then it gets that times 2.5 multiplier, so it's kind of magical. So I guess that's a legendary laser blasty. So we got 100,000 off of this. You know, it's got a 34% bonus. We're going to be getting that up. Now I've added 50,000 pure to it from boxes. That's obviously 125,000 essentially, because it gets multiplied by 2.5. Now, although that number doesn't get touched with that bonus, the regular damage of the laser does. So although it doesn't go to like over 200,000, you will notice it goes to just about even 150,000, which gets doubled to 300,000, and then adding half of that to itself again, that's 375,000 in one hit. That's pretty awesome. So in one hit we're doing 375. That's really sweet. And because of this guy, we should be able to get under them too. Now, if we really want to go nuts with the laser, we can actually boost it even more. But I like that repulse there, because that really gets under guys, flips them up. And if we're under them, we don't even have to one-hit them usually. We can take 2 shots if we need to, which we probably don't. That being the case, let's check out this maximum health build. Well, it's not maximum, but it's the most I can get right now, with still having some weaponage. Now, yes, we could put the laser on this guy and have him have a lot of health and crazy damage, but we want super health and good damage. And this guy's got, half the health, but he's got a whopping whale of a laser, to use a kind of cheesy pun. So let's just check out how these guys work. Let's just do a few fights here. Now, he's got a melee, so he's not the best to be fighting this dude. So that rocket's actually gonna have to do some work, even though it's not strong. Well, it wasn't that impressive, except when you're using melee against a guy with shotguns, you don't generally hit him at all. So we still were able to take him out instead of having to wait for the wall, which is what you can do when you have a lot of health. And that was actually an 11 fight, so that's supposed to be pretty tough. We're not on a 1 or 2 streak, we were on a 10 streak, so these guys are all pretty beefy at this point if you're familiar with how the streaks go and the opponents that you receive based on 5, 10, 15 streak. Any of these guys could just whoop me. Any of these guys have the potential to be way too strong for me right now. So the fact that I'm keeping up at an 11 streak is still impressive, especially since these are weak weapons, remember? These are basically just box damage weapons that I've added. They're really just for the health. And he's still putting in work, isn't he? So that's kind of impressive. That's really impressive. I mean, this whale is a health build, not a damage build, but he's killing them outright, isn't he? Really sick. So now, let's just switch to the other whale real quick. He's got okay health. It's not bad, that's for sure, but he's really packing a punch. Bang, you are dead, son. Now, obviously, you've got to be careful, well, I have to be careful, rather, that he doesn't get killed before he fires that laser. So you just check how much damage they do. Well, this guy's got no hope. Goodbye, friend. You are. Now he's going to take 2 shots, but as you can see, he flipped him over and he wasn't going to hurt us at all. So there's an easy 15 streak. Let's just keep going to see how these... Now, my third guy is actually set up to show Ruthless something, so he's not actually a real fighter. So I only have 2 guys to work with right now. But let's see how far we can push it. Well, who do you think I should use? He's only doing 59,000 damage, so he's not really going to hurt much. So the only problem is he going to flip us? And if he flips us, this guy's not going to hurt him. I think this guy would still kill him, but that being the laser might miss. If he puts us on top of him, that laser never hits him, and he theoretically pushes us to the end and kills us. So let's just use this guy, because that blade is never getting stopped. Doesn't matter what happens, that blade's going to hit him. And he's didn't even scratch into our health. I have 2 very different builds. Of course, you can mix and match. This is obviously, a medium to high health with a really decent weapon. This is an ultra high health with a not super weak weapon, but it's weak for this stage. It's weak, but that much health, it still works. That being the case, look at this guy. We're probably getting right under him. He only hits us like once. Okay, completely did not work like that. So what we're noticing now is the front wheel on this whale is actually a little too small. Depending on, well, we could either make a bigger front wheel, or we could actually change the back wheel. We had that aggressive back wheel on when we weren't using this booster, because we needed to get under them faster. Now that we are using that booster, we don't need an aggressive back wheel, because that booster pushes us right up to him. That being the case, let's find a smaller back wheel with just more health, or a less aggressive one, because the combination of a smaller front wheel and that back wheel, he's like flipping himself, as you can see. So just about the same health. It really didn't change. It went down just the tiniest little bit, but let's just check if we have anything a little bit more even. Sorry, I have a lot of wheels to go through, and I do have them not memorized, but I know what's where. But I'm not sure if I actually have one that has more health than this left. If I do, let's just check real quick. It would actually be a huge one, but not a sticky, so there's a chance that it still would work better. It's one of these guys. There it is. Okay. Okay, that has good health. Let's just check if he flips himself, though, because if he still flips himself, he's not helpful. Nope, he doesn't. That's pretty good. That was a really good launch. Nice and low, but it doesn't knock himself right over the guy. because, you know, that didn't help at all, did it? Now let's just for fun check what happens when we put that other wheel on. And let's also check one of these. Although it's not quite as much health, it's still close. Remember, that 60% is really what's giving us the health on that. You'll see that one of them was like 30 or 40,000, that one was only like 16,000. Well, it's a big difference. Well, the bonus is the same, and as you can tell, that's really all that made the difference. And because of that, there was no... This one's only 6,000. But look, it goes from 500,000 to, you know, still about 500,000. Not really a difference. Because it's all about that bonus. This one has 36,000, but look, it doesn't change that much. 500,000 to 527,000. Okay, 27,000, but it's not that big of a deal at this round. Helps, but it's really that 60% that gives us everything. Okay, so that's cool, but not helpful. Lol. So we do need a little bit bigger back wheel than that. We know that that Bigfoot works great. Let's just check the roller just for fun. Just see how it works. Because remember, with a setup like this, the wheels are so important. Pretty cool, although if he runs into them, there is still looking like a chance that he flips himself. So we're going to go with the Bigfoot, but let's test it a few times. That is cool though. But he rides up on at least that guy, so that's two, you know, already two demonstrations that I did not quite like the potential there, and I just don't think he has that potential with this. So let's just do a few with this and see if anything like that can happen. Nah, this is looking way solid. Now there's a slight chance we actually go under him and die ourselves here, but he probably falls down first. And we didn't even move because the front tire was so small, so there was no chance. Now, if we had a bigger front wheel, which I was thinking about trying that roller, theoretically we might go under him there. Unlikely, but it could happen. But with these wheels, as you can see, he didn't even move, so that's not a problem. And this is really, really sick, isn't it? So let's just rock with these guys real quick for a few, just to show you what these guys are capable of. Now, with any other wheel combination, I would have gone right over that guy because he dipped down. Because I went low, but not flipping over and not up. I actually just pushed him back. That's rare against the guy I just fought. So this wheel setup is really good for that whale. Now let's go back to this guy, because this dude packs a punch. The enemy I'm talking about. We needed to use all that health that we have to absorb some of that. Really powerful, huh? 130,000, so we're gonna use this whale again. Now we don't do all that much damage, but we outlast him pretty easily. So that's cool. We're doing quick fights, and although that's really impressive at this stage, let's see how the championship goes with these guys. First, let's use this guy. I haven't used either of these setups in the championship. I was using someone completely different, so I have no idea how these are gonna go. Wow, did we just drill him? We kind of pushed ourselves to death there. Wow, we're a little bit too aggressive. We might need something a little different. That's funny. Now we could always put, you know, the booster on the front, but then if we put the repulse where the booster is, it wouldn't work as a repulse, but it still gives us the health boost. So we might want to switch up completely what we do there, or we could just reverse them and not get the repulse benefit, which is really nice though. Okay, so as you can see, this guy's working pretty well. Man, does he slam into guys. And then blasty them. That's brutal. But the wheels aren't perfect. He didn't get under two of them, I think, right? And he should have. So we could switch it up and do even better. It's gonna take 3 on this dude. But that's okay. Ooh, he's gonna hurt. Yep, and because we couldn't hit him, he killed us. It's good, but if we wanted to use just this whale, we'd have to change the wheels. And possibly the gadgets. Still good, but not good enough, is it? Still pretty good. Now let's try the other whale. I think he's going to do just a little better. Still pretty good. Still really good. But check this man out. I mean, he might do worse, who knows? Let's just see. Ooh, that laser's gonna get us. Now, if we change that rocket to something that's more damage, he'd kill him easily. But still, just with the max health build, let's just see how he does. Oh, he's eating through guys like candy. Goodness gracious. Those aren't even real weapons, technically. I mean, okay, Timo, did that convince you? 270,000 miniguns, and he did 0 damage to me, and he was hitting me. I had 86,000, I whooped him. Miniguns are garbage unless you're a professional at using them, which I can teach you how to be, but it's not easy. He literally had more than 3 times my damage in miniguns and did no damage. It wasn't because I had more health. It's because miniguns have to be used right or they do nothing. And he wasn't using them right. He would need like 2 million to even touch me right now. And he's never gonna get that. Like if they had 1 million in miniguns, it would not hurt me. It wouldn't hurt me? What do you mean? That guy only had 400,000. Well, yeah, but he also had 300,000 health and I'm only doing 86,000 damage. The fact is, I get under him quick enough that the miniguns would just never really do too much damage. Only if they heat up are they ever gonna damage me, even at 1 million strength. Look at that, 126,000, and it did like what, 0 basically. But that's because they're weak. And before they heat up, if you just get under them, well, they don't hurt you anymore, do they? Now, he didn't do as well as he could have. Clearly, so let's do a little bit of mixing up here. Let's give him the laser so he does a lot of damage. We'll keep the lifter. We'll just try that. And for this guy, what should we do for him? Well, because he's back mounted for the weapon, he really is limited on what he can even use if he wants to deal damage. We do have another laser though. Throw it on for the moment. And we do have a reasonably strong rocket. Okay. Now we already saw this exact build, so let's mix it up just a bit. We do have that for the laser, but we also have other options. So first off, we're going to put that down there, and right away we're going to want to see how that works with the wheels. Works just fine. Now, what we can do here is we can just give him the health back by just putting that thing back, which we might do because he does need some health here. Or we could go for like super laser blasty, adding a little more laser damage. Sorry, I know where I'm trying to get. Didn't that was too much? Whoa, lol, they're definitely in the wrong order here. Okay, let's just, he's a great whale and all. Let me show you another build that I've been working on and need to continue because it's great, but it's about to be ridiculous. Here's a build that anyone can make. You just need to start early and continue working on it until you've got the parts you need. And you can just work on them until you have them. It's not something you have to get lucky with. And I would strongly encourage everyone to have this build. You don't need to use it as your only build, but you should always have it available because you will destroy people. Lol. So yeah, that's it. You can put wheels on depending on how it works. It doesn't always work with wheels. You have to test your guy and see what he's made of. This one doesn't work with wheels for most things. So, well, let's just see. Now, this is the only thing that was weak to miniguns. Now, obviously, he also works with a double rocket because You can see that he doesn't fire backwards. Unless he has double rocket, which he does. Yeah, this build's pretty sick. The only thing that can hit him is if they have a harpoon or miniguns that can one-hit me, which means they have to be 5 times my health, which would need to literally be 480 plus 1,000. So unless they have that, they can't hurt me. You know, unless I fail to one-hit them, obviously. I do outright his damage. That's funny. Almost his too. See, look at that. Those miniguns, 129,000. I only have 93,000 health. Yeah, but they only do 1/5 of that, so it just doesn't even hurt. So as you can see, this is an incredible build if you work on it, because it's just a monster. You get a good enough laser, and well, you get to kill a lot of guys easy. And this is also an amazing gang fight build because you choose it at the right times and you just one-hit people or finish off guys. It's just beautiful. I mean, if you know, depending on their stats, they just see it. He almost could kill me, but 400,000 is not enough in miniguns to even one-hit me. It's almost, but not quite. Blasty. That's cool. And I win. Ha ha ha! Oh no! Yeah, I win. That's neat though. He's like trying to hit me, I'm trying to hit him, but we're just gonna have to wait for the walls of justice to come down upon him. So that's a build anyone can make. You just bet your back pedals until you get that bonus, and you boost up your laser man, and you rock their faces. Now let's try this guy. Oh, he still gets me, just barely. So let's go for all 14 wins on this dude, because this whale's got the potential. We might need that blade though, because they do lifter me. So, do we need the lifter? Because if not, we could just give him more health or more damage. So let's start with more damage just to see how that goes. And if that doesn't work, we'll go with more health. So we dropped the health lifter and went for laser blasty. I usually have to change the front wheel for this, but we'll see. Super dead sauce or something like that, right? Yeah, he's riding up. It's not gonna work for everyone, but it'll be just pretty sure still. Blam, you guys are really hurting. So, Timo, pay special attention to the minigun fights because they're gonna be a joke. Didn't even hit him with my laser and he couldn't handle it. Oh no, 270,000 miniguns. Yeah, not a problem. Even a guy with 400,000 probably isn't going to do much. I mean, it'll hurt, but not too much. Miniguns are okay. You just really have to have legendaries to boost them to a ridiculous amount, because that's the way it works. And you have to have like a shotgun with them and stuff. It's just a pain. You have to really specialize in them to be able to. Now, for him, that's a problem. Obviously, because we're riding up. Different front wheel might help. Oh no, 400,000. Now, because of that forklift, he was able to eventually kill us, but we would have just one-hit him if we didn't do that. So I'm going to go ahead and change that wheel. Or I might just put the back pedal on him. I don't think we need all that damage. So we're going to do this. Let's see if this works. So we added a laser, dropped the laser boosting, you know, still get more laser damage. Lol, we don't even hit him with that one. That's okay. We need to change the wheel now. So based on what you're doing and all that, you gotta be pretty familiar with vehicles, but that's okay. That's part of the game, and you'll be okay. So let's put that red wheel on quick. You know what I'm thinking? Okay, there's a few options I could do here. I could put a forklift on so they can't really, I won't ride over anyone. Or I could do this, or I could, or I could put a shotgun. There's a bunch of things I'm gonna try to not go over anyone. Lol, I wasn't paying attention. I was wondering if I was getting lifted up when I fought him the first time, but I didn't lift up very much. But I am, okay. So, yeah, we're just gonna go right to that then. And we're gonna put that legendary wheel back on because it's more health. Although, yeah, I don't think we can use that legendary wheel because the forklift won't hit. But we'll try it anyway, just first. You'll see what I mean if it doesn't work. It might not reach. It might though. It really doesn't. Oof. And I didn't even hit him with it. Okay, so we will have to switch that wheel. I wish you could do shortcuts for wheels, so you would have to scroll through your 500 wheels, but it's okay. This might not work. We will get it eventually, though. There we go. We may get everyone with this, we may not. But there is a good chance we get everyone now. Forklift adds stability. It really doesn't allow the lifters to do much to you, depending on where the forklift is. It's pretty sweet. It negates the effect of the repulse to a large degree. The forklifts are kind of magical if you use them right. Like, they're just not able to do much to me right now. It stabilizes you to such a large degree. And it flips them, but I'm not using it to flip people. I'm using it to stabilize me. Oh, I was hoping it would do more with that. Oh, it's still helping us out. Look at that. That fight went different because of the forklift. Amazing. Here's another problem fight. Is it going to help us? Yes, it does. It slows us down a little bit and does not allow us to ride up. Here's the 400,000 minigun guy. Here's another problem, but not anymore, is he? Here's another possible problem. It's going to be one. Yarr, you couldn't get him. But we got 13 of the 14. That's pretty sick. So, as you can see, just mixing things up is good times. Now let's just see if we can get that last guy. What would allow us to do it? Well, something does come to mind immediately. More damage and a shotgun. So we boost back our laser because we're going to be removing this one. And we either want a shotgun with damage or with health. And I'm not sure which right now. So we'll start with the one that gives health. And because we're not sure if that laser might miss a little here or there, we're going to switch those around. And we also want the other wheel because, oops, we're close to it. We're not worried about riding up anymore because of the shotgun, so we just want all the health we can get. Gotta weigh everything together. Boop. And that may work great, it may not. Let's check it out. Now, if we switch the shotgun with the laser, the shotgun actually will take care of the lifter balloons as well, which is a problem on this guy. But let's just see. Yarr! Wow! We got him! Wow, I have 0 health. Look at that. That's like none. Did you see that? I had no bar left. That was awesome. Ah, he's gonna get me. Lol, look at me go. Look at me go. Whee! Lol, we're gonna get him. Wow, amazing. Amazing. That's really cool, right? Yeah, that was really cool. Surprise! Ah, this is crazy, right? We might get them, and dude, that one guy who took all my health away, he'll be like, but he's dead! He's dead! He has no health left! How'd he kill me? Yeah, buddy. Oh, we didn't even ride up on that guy because of the shotgun. See, this is a pretty interesting combination. We still have at least one fight that I'm questioning. on. But it's looking great so far, isn't it? Tell me this isn't sick. No, this shotgun does like no damage. Here's one of the questionable fights. Whoa, we did it, we landed. Excellent, we got him. Bang, you're dead, bang, you're dead. I can use a shotgun with more damage, but it won't give us this ridiculous health. Oh, another questionable one, he's gonna get us. Ah! Wazzer. It's okay. And this guy gets us too. Blasty. Alright, we'll put it back to what it was, but it's still pretty sweet, right? And there's a bunch of other things I could do with other guys, yada 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 yada. But you get the point. So lifters are awesome, by the way, if you didn't know. And especially awesome. Let's try this real quick, because we have not actually done that. Last fight. And then I'll let you go. Oh, he's gonna get me. Why, he didn't get me. Winrar. This is really sick, isn't it? Now the shotgun works with the lifter to lift them up even more. If they get up just a little bit, that shotgun often flips them right back, so that's really sick. It also keeps me from getting too close, which keeps me away from the forklifts and all that good stuff. And obviously the melee. So shotguns are more than just damage. This one isn't even doing damage, but it's doing a lot. This is going pretty well. Now because we don't have the booster on, there's a chance that we were going to win one of the fights that we didn't. Yes! Flip me, my man. Yo, we might kill ourselves. Oh, we didn't! I thought we might push ourselves back into the thing. Wow, that was neat, right? Tell me that wasn't awesome. Like, surprise! This is really tough. Oh, we got him! Wazzer was killed this time. We might go 14 for 14, people. Here's a tough one, and he got us. Oh, or does he got us? Let's see what happens now. You know it. We're taking this guy. We're taking him. We might even kill him if we flip ourselves. No, we're not going to. Okay, but we still get him. Yar matey. Uh-oh, another tough one. Oh, we're getting him. We're getting him. Yo. Last fight. Do we take them all? It's the whale of a century, my man. So, in the end, we were able to find a combination that actually kills everyone. So stay tuned until next time, and keep winning.